Hello student, this is the second part of the lesson India size and location from the geography class 9th. In first lecture we have seen some means all related to this chapter. So today again we will discuss with summary and questions. So here about the India location and size. Location and size. So location, if we consider about the location of India, India is located in northern hemisphere. India is located in which hemisphere? Northern hemisphere above the equator. And latitude then Tropic of Cancer, it is 23 degree 30 minute north, divides India into two equal halves or two equal parts because of the Tropic of Cancer. It has significance because of this Tropic of Cancer, which is located on the 23 degree and 30 minute north, divides the India into two halves. Means this is important of the Tropic of Cancer. Then we are discussing about the latitudinal extent and longitudinal extent. So latitudinal we discuss. Latitudinal means just like latitude means horizontal lines. These are not real, but these are the imaginary. Horizontal line and vertical line that is longitudinal. Both these are important for locating or location for the particular place. So here latitudinal extent means horizontal lines, imaginary line. They are from 8 degree and 4 minute north. Almost they are in the north because India is on this hemisphere, northern hemisphere, and that is why, because earth, it is in middle part of the earth, imaginary line, the horizontal, that is called the equator, and upper hemisphere is called the southern hemisphere, and lower to the equator is called the southern hemisphere, and above the equator it is called what? Northern hemisphere. So here latitudinal extent is 8 degree and 4 minutes north to 37 degree and 6 minutes north of India, which influence the duration of day and night. और इसी के कारण इन्फ्लुएंस होता है डे एंड नाइट में. सो दिस इज द लोकेशन related to the latitudinal extent of India. And if we talk about the longitudinal extent means that is vertical lines. Though all these lines are imaginary, but these are helpful for deciding location of particular place. So longitudinal line, just we have seen, they are vertical, and these are from the 68 degree and 7 minute east to 97 degree and 25 minute east is Indian longitudinal extent, due to which there is a 2 hours different. There is 2 hours difference found between the Arunachal Pradesh and Gujarat. Gujarat is at the western edge and Arunachal is the eastern edge of the countries, and difference between these two places, they are of the 2 hours. Then islands, which islands they are in the India? Islands, Lakshadweep Island is in the where? It is in the Arabian Sea. And Andaman and Nicobar Islands, where they are? They are in the Bay of Bengal. This is about the islands which found in India. Then about the size, all this it is about the location, and now it is of the size. So here area, India has a total area of 3.28 million square kilometer, and it is 2.4% of the world total area. The objective questions can be asked in the exam on this. And in size of the India, this is about the area. Size, India is the 7th largest country in the world. After which country? Russia, Canada, USA, China, Brazil, Australia. These are the 6 largest country as per their rank, and India's rank related to the size is 7th. Then about the boundaries of India. India is bounded by the Himalayas in the north. Means India is bounded by the Himalaya. It is the mountain which is on the north of India, northwest side of the northwest, and even though northeast. And Arabian Sea to the west of the Bay of Bengal. So here we are talking about the boundaries of India. Means India is bounded by the Himalayas in north. In north there is Himalaya. Then northwest and northeast, the Arabian Sea. Northwest and northeast there is Arabian Sea to the west, and Bay of Bengal to the east, and Indian Sea to the south. Means all these are the boundaries of the India. Means 3 sides there is water body and 1 side is of the land boundary. Then India's land boundary. So India's land boundary is 15,200 kilometer with the coastline of 7,516.6 kilometer. This is about the coastline which is belonging to the India, and boundaries they are 15,200 kilometers. Means all these are related to the land boundaries. Then come to the standard of meridian. Standard of meridian. To overcome this difference, India has selected, means just we have seen that there is difference between Arunachal Pradesh and another state, western coastal state, Gujarat. There is difference of the 2 hours. So how to calculate? So standard timing is important. So here standard meridian. to the overcome these differences related to the time difference, that is 2 hours, India has selected 82 degree and 30 minute east as the standard of meridian of India. Means this is selected as a standard meridian which goes on the Mirzapur from UP. So all this is about the India, location and size. Then come to the India and the world. India and the world. So here, significance of India's central location. Significance of India's central location. First, India is located in the center between East Asia and West Asia. Means in the India's location, it is at the center in the Asian countries. Between India is between the East Asia Asian countries and West Asian countries. Then Trans-Indian Ocean routes will connect the countries of Europe in the west. Trans-Indian Ocean routes. Trans-Indian Ocean route which connect the countries of Europe, means from this Indian Ocean connect the countries. Which countries? European countries in the west and countries of the East Asia, provides a strategic central location to India. Means communication becomes easy from the India because of the specific strategy of the location, that is and because of this connect the countries of Europe in west and countries of the East Asia, provides strategic central location of the India. Then the Deccan Peninsula. Deccan Peninsula, we have seen what is peninsula in terms. We have seen three sides are of the water bodies and one side of the land, that is called the peninsula. And Deccan Peninsula protrudes into Indian Ocean and helping India to have a close contact with the West Asia, then Africa, and then Europe from the western coast, and with the southern East and East Asia from the eastern coast. So for the communications with the sea route, it becomes very easier from the India because of this coastal line from the rest of the countries, from Europe and even in the Asian countries. It is very suitable because of having the sea routes. Then Indian Ocean gets its name from the India. इंडियन ओशन को भी नाम किससे मिला? इंडिया से. वाई? सिंस इंडिया हैज़ अ लॉन्ग कोस्ट लाइन ऑफ दिस ओशन. मीन्स ये ओशन का, इंडियन ओशन का जो ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा मैक्सिमम कोस्ट लाइन दैट बिलोंगिंग टू द इंडिया, एंड दैट इज़ वाई name given as a Indian Ocean. So this is about the significance of India's central location. Then another point which we are going to discuss here, that is contacts. So here India's contacts through the lands and routes are much old than those through the sea, as people were afraid of travel by the sea. Means India's contract with the sea routes, they are very old. Before to that, land route were in the existence, but after inventions of this modern communication in the sea route development, we also involved, or we started the contracts with these sea routes to the different countries. So here India's contact with the land routes are much old. Means land route contacts, they were much old in the with the different countries than those through the sea. When sea technology related to the communication develop, then this route also becomes very helpful because of the strategic position of India's location in the world. People were and at that time people were afraid of the travel by the sea, but still it was very convenient or common for us. Then these land routes were through the mountain passes. मीन्स ऐसा नहीं कि माउंटेन से जंप लेकर वो दूसरी कंट्री में जाएंगे, ऐसा नहीं है. बट हियर दिस लैंड रूट्स, दे वेर वेरी कॉमन इन इंडिया before these sea routes. So these land routes were through the mountain passes. People were going or coming from the different countries, from India to different countries, and from different countries to India through the passes. It is the road made by the people through mountains. And ancient travelers exchange ideas and commodities as they move through these routes. Means when travelers or different people, when they move from one country to another for the different purpose, they carried with themselves ideas, culture, even though food habits, all these things. So the ancient travelers exchanges their ideas and commodities, goods, through this movement, and they move through these routes. Which routes? Land route. Then the ideas of Upanishads, Ramayana stories, of Panchatantra, Indian numerals and decimal systems spread to many parts of the world because of this communication through the land route, and then came in existence, that is sea route. Because of this, ideas started exchanging, food habits started exchanging, culture, all these are the effect of globalization. Already we have seen in the history. So the ideas of Upanishads, even Ramayana stories of the Panchatantra, means those who are belonging to the Indias, even though the decimal system that spread in many part of the country because of these routes. Many travelers used to come here in India, and even Indian people were going to the different parts of the country, and they were carrying all this Indian. So similarly, the influence of Greek sculpture, architectural styles of the domes and minerals of the West Asia can be seen in India. Means not only our ideas, our culture, civilization that was going to the different country, but different ideas or different cultures, they were also coming to the India through the travelers or different people For example, given here about the Greek sculpture, Greek architecture, they have their speciality of the domes, and even though minerals of the West Asia, they used to come here from these roots, sea roots, and with the peoples and land roots. Land roots were that discover first, or they made this through the passes, and then sea route came in existence. So all this about the contacts of India and world means India's communication or trading that was prosperous even from the ancient period. India was well connected to the different part of the countries that we have seen. Then about the water bodies around the India. Water bodies around India. Bay of Bengal, it is one of the water bodies which found in India. Then Gulfs of the Kutch belonging to the India, and then Gulf of the Mannar and Gulf of the Khambat, that is Kombe. These three gulfs belonging to the India. Then about the seas, which seas? So Arabian Seas, Lakshadweep Seas, and Andaman Seas. These are seas or water bodies. Then ocean, Indian Ocean. Then about the strait, that is Palk Strait. It is between India and Sri Lanka. Then come to the neighboring countries of India. So which are the neighboring countries of India? Pakistan and Afghanistan in the west. Pakistan और अफगानिस्तान कहाँ से? वेस्ट से. Then China, Nepal, Bhutan in the north. Okay, so China and Nepal and Bhutan, they are in the north. Then Myanmar and Bangladesh, they are in the east of the India, and Sri Lanka and Maldives in the south. So these are the neighboring countries of the India. And then countries of the Indian subcontinent. So countries of the Indian subcontinent: Pakistan in the west, then Sri Lanka in the southeast, then Afghanistan in the northwest, Maldives in the south, and India in the central. And after that, Myanmar and Bangladesh in the east, and then China, that is Tibet, Bhutan and Nepal, it is in the north. So all this about in summary or in glance, chapter at the glance. And in next lecture, next videos, we will see some important terms and some. So here is some important terms in this lesson. First, it is bay. We have seen Bay of Bengal is there in the India. So what is bay? Bay, it is the body. Bay, it is what? It is the body of water connected to an ocean or lakes formed by an indentation of the short line larger than the cove but smaller than the gulf. This is called the bay. Then second term is gulf. We have seen three gulfs are there belonging to the India. They are Kutch, Mannar and Kombe. or so what is Gulf? A large bay. Gulf basically it is a large bay that is an arms of an ocean, that is an arm of an ocean or the sea. So Gulf it is arms of the ocean or sea. Then third term is island. What is island? A piece of land. Basically island it is piece of land surrounded by seas on all side. That is Sri Lanka, Lakshadweep. These are called the islands. Means in the central part there is land and all side covered with the water body, that is island. Then another term is peninsula. So what is peninsula? Peninsula is a landmass. Basically it is also the landmass, but difference between island and peninsula is what? Peninsula is a land which is surrounded by the water bodies on three sides. These water bodies are surrounded by three sides. For example, India is surrounded with the Arabian Sea in the west and Bay of Bengal in the east and Indian Ocean in the south. So this is and only one side means land, it is surrounded by three sides of the water body, and that land is called the peninsula, means southern part of the India, southern state of India, or that is Kanyakumari. Means three side there is land and only one side there is land and three side with the water bodies, that is called peninsula. And island, all sides or land, it is surrounded by all the sides of the water bodies. So this is the basic difference between island and peninsula. Then another term, that is strait. Strait, it is narrow stretch. Basically it is narrow stretch of water, means water body is there again, but it is narrow stretch which separate two lands masses, and because of this narrow stretch of water bodies separated into two masses. For example, Palk Strait. Palk Strait, it is between the India's southern part and Sri Lanka. In between there is water bodies and they are called the Palk Strait. So this is about the strait. Then another term which we have discussed, which because of this India divided into two halls, Tropic of Cancer, जिसके कारण इंडिया दो हॉल्स में डिवाइड हुआ है. तो व्हाट इज ट्रॉपिक ऑफ कैंसर? इट इज़ 23 डिग्री एंड 30 मिनट्स नॉर्थ लैटिट्यूड. दिस इज द पोजिशन ऑफ द ट्रॉपिक ऑफ कैंसर. इट इज़ ऑन द लैटिट्यूड. विच लैटिट्यूड? 23 डिग्री एंड 30 मिनट नॉर्थ. इंडिया इज in the north hemisphere above the equator. So the position of tropic of Cancer, it is 23 degree and 30 minute north. North latitude. Latitude means these are imaginary line और horizontal line, और ध्यान में रखने के लिए हम लेटी हुई भी कह सकते हैं. Latitude means लेटी हुई. And rays of suns fall vertically. Rays of sun that forms vertically on it on the 21 June. And another term, that is tropical zone. Tropical zone. So earth surface between Tropic of Cancer and Tropic of Capricorn. These are the Earth's surface between these two tropics, and Tropic of Cancer and Tropic of Capricorn. This zone is called the tropical zone. So I'm sure all these important terms would be clear for you related to this lesson. Okay, then we are discussing here about the about what why 82 degree and 30 minute east an odd value has been chosen as an standard meridian time. Standard meridian time of India we have chosen, and value that is 82 degree and 30 minute east. It goes on through the Mirzapur in UP. So why? So the odd value has been chosen as a standard meridian because reason is that longitudinal extent of India is 62 degree and 7 minute east to 97 degree and 25 minute east, and this meridian passes through the center of India. Means India's longitudinal extent, it is between this, that is 68 degree and 7 minute to 97 degree and 25 minutes, and whatever this meridian passes through the India, that is on the center part of this longitudinal extent which is found in India. So this is the middle place of this 68 degree and 7 minutes to 97 degree 25 minutes. इसमें ये मिडल से जाता है. This is the place of this middle of this longitude. It passes through the Mirzapur, that is center of India. It is called the center of India for what? Related to the longitudinal extent. Then there is an understanding among countries of the world that the degree of the meridian should be divided by 7.5, that is 82 degree and 30 minute east. This enable us overcome the differences. इसी के कारण this enable to overcome the differences, whatever differences is there of the two hours between this Arunachal Pradesh and Gujarat. So this difference resolved because of this standard meridian of India from this Mirzapur, which is in the UP, that enable to overcome the differences of 2 hours of the time between Arunachal Pradesh and Gujarat. The time of India, that is, the time is Indian Standard Time. This is the Indian Standard Time. So I hope all of you have clear that difference is there of the 2 hours and how we resolve by taking the standard meridian of India in the from that goes, or it is the middle of this latitudinal extent in India in this Mirzapur. Okay. Another question, why is the difference between the duration of day and night hardly felt at Kanyakumari but not so in the Kashmir? So here answer of this question would be like that. The differences in the duration of day and night and Kanyakumari and Kashmir are respectively due to their longitudinal location. Kanyakumari is located closer to the equator. Kanyakumari's location, it is closer to what? Equator, and experience a maximum difference of 45 minutes day and night. However, Kashmir lies further away from the equator. Kashmir इक्वेटर से बहुत दूर है, and experience a significant gap between the duration of day and night that can extend to as much as 3 to 5 hours. So this is about the why the difference between duration of day and night hardly felt Kanyakumari but not so in the Kashmir. So this is about this question related to the day and night duration to the Kanyakumari and Kashmir. Remaining question or remaining ideas we will discuss in the next part of this lesson. Okay, thank you.
तूच कर डब्बा अजून एक वेळा कर.
पहिले पॉज करून घेतलं ना तू.